Oh, shit! Ladies and gentlemen, the Vulcan. Welcome to a new era in War Thunder where everything dies to 20mm rounds. Well, except the Panther at distance, but look at this thing, guys. It's ridiculous. Who's hyped for this thing? Oh my god, I'm gonna have so much fun with this thing. Okay, we gotta reload. Let's see how long the reload is. It's actually not as slow as I thought it would be for something like this. But we're gonna be driving this out. This is the dev server patch 1.63 coverage. We're going to be going over all of the new things, at least as much as we can. Baron, what do you get your golden eagles? Well, I'm actually a little low on the golden eagles right now, so I requested the higher ups to, you know, maybe give me a little bit more. Oh my god. Now this thing's not stabilized unlike the Leopard A1, but imagine if this thing was stabilized. But yeah, so on higher tier vehicles, it's not going to be able to pen. So let's take a look at it. We're going to return to the hangar. We've got a lot of new vehicles. The Russians have like 4. Americans have 3, British 3, Germans 4. Japanese don't have no tanks yet, even to this day. So let's take a look at the modifications for this thing. So that was the default round. We're looking for penetration. That's the key statistic for this thing to see if it's going to be ridiculous or not. So default rounds seem to have 40mm of penetration, so it seems that the API will also have that. And that's at 10 meters at a 90-degree slope. So basically a flat surface. So this thing isn't going to be, you know, the Zoo 57, but worse, basically. Oh my god, we've got a T-20 over here. There's a lot of new stuff to show. I cannot wait. Okay, so we've got the different rounds are HEI, so those are going to be what you're going to be shooting at the planes with. But this thing, is it not glorious? Let's look at it in all of its glory. Let's take a look at the armor now. It looks just beautiful. It's so modern. So we've got aluminum alloy 7039, not to be confused with the other 7038 alloys, but only 6mm of thickness, 38mm of thickness on the front with a 46-degree angle. And at battle rating 8.0, there's not going to be too many things that are going to bounce off this. So keep that in mind. We've got these little side panels here, which are 6mm, and then you've got the 44mm. Now, are these like, it just says aluminum alloy. I'm not sure if this is kind of like reactive armor or anything, or if it's just like spaced armor. It doesn't seem like it'd do that much, but I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, the joke is that this thing's gonna bounce the 88s. No, it will not. But this thing is a beast. Okay, so now we're gonna switch over. I just figured this is kind of like the marquee vehicle. We're gonna switch over. Actually, you know what? Let's just do the Americans. Let's just do the Americans. So we've got a T-20, 1,750 Golden Eagles, battle rating 4.3, 76mm M1 gun. Let's go ahead and test drive this bad boy. And it looks like, let's take a look. I mean, the dev servers, I've always said this, you don't really test things, at least especially in the olden days, especially with aircraft. You don't really test flight models. Now, I'm not sure how much has changed since then, but I would consider the dev server to just be like tank and plane porn. This is what it looks like, but you can't really play with it yourself. I gotta play with it. Maybe I'm like the War Thunder porn star here, you know? You see that analogy? Okay, so this is the T-20. It's cute. It doesn't seem all that remarkable at first glance. How fast is reload? Reload? Relatively quick, but I mean, that's pretty standard for American 76s. This one's not upgraded. This is not aced out or anything like that. So, it looks interesting. It's got that little machine gun on the front. It doesn't look like... Does it fire? That little machine gun does not fire, so that's interesting. Maybe you have to upgrade it, but I doubt. See, that's another thing. A lot of times machine guns may not work on a dev server, but then they will when a vehicle goes live. So as the second vehicle, we saw the T-20. Now I want to see, the armor on this thing, if it's got decent armor. So battle rating 4.3, 63mm at 48. It's almost T-34-esque. You know what I mean? Like the front slopes, you got the little machine gun view, or the machine gun port, that's kind of the weakness. Turret is more rounded. Is it almost like, hey, we want to make T-34s too? You've got these nice little cheeks here, which will be nice little shot traps for high explosive rounds in this thin 19 millimeters upper armor. Gotta love the cheeks, man. Shoot for the cheeks with the big old HE rounds. Maximum 152 millimeters on the rounded part on the top. Do not ever shoot at the cupola, but why would you normally, right? This thing looks pretty interesting. 50 millimeters on the side, plus these 4 millimeter panels as like extra plating. Relatively interesting, but not enough to spend too much time on the dev server. So now moving on, we're gonna look at this sexy little thing, the M56 Scorpion. Now, let's just take a look at it. Not the armor. Look at this thing. It's like almost like an airborne. I would imagine it's an airborne dropped tank destroyer. Oh yeah, I think I read about this thing. I think this thing served in Vietnam. Could be wrong. Feel free to correct me if I am. We're gonna take it for a test drive, ladies and gentlemen. So it's got a 90 millimeter main gun. It looks like you've got Sabo rounds, or excuse me, APCR rounds. We're not that. And then HE rounds. So 90 millimeter HE, that could be interesting. But I really hope. Let's actually, yeah, we're gonna drive it around. This thing should be relatively quick. That's kind of what we're looking to see is the speed. Now, once again, it's a dev server. Don't take everything. All right, what's turret traverse like? Oh man, turret traverse is either very slow. No, it's not fully traversable because it would kill this guy right here, Mr. Bob. Yo, Bob, why are you in the way, Bob? Alright, I'm waiting for it to traverse. It is kind of slow. I'm not expecting this thing to be as cool or as fun as the ASU-57. Let's see, 90 mil reload, and we've only got APCR rounds right now. So, but look how cool this looks. No machine gun, I'm pressing the spacebar. There's no MG that we can see, hull, coaxial mounted, or crew mounted. We do have a fire extinguisher, and you can see the shells in the back there. That's pretty cool. But other than that, not a whole lot going on. Just firing APCR right through an unpopulated turret. No big deal. Definitely making the right moves there. So let us check out something a little bit different. Now we're gonna check out the modifications for this thing to see if we have other rounds. Okay, good. We do have an APCBC, and we do have fin stabilized heat rounds for this thing. So this thing, I mean, at battle rating 6.7, that's a pretty damn good gun with a lot of really good ammunition. Issues would be that the crew is totally unprotected, as you can see. They've got like one guy sitting in this chair, and then yeah, all 4 crew members could be killed with machine gun fire. So remember when machine guns were first implemented, people were like, well, if there's no infantry, what's the point? The M56 might be one of the easiest vehicles to kill with just a machine gun. But it also has this is what you would call a glass cannon, but there isn't much glass protecting the crew here. So battle rating 6.7 as of right now. And then we got, okay, so now the Americans also have, where are you at, big boy? Where's that Cougar? Battle rating 9.0. Let's go ahead and take a look at the modifications for this thing. So we've got 20 millimeters. What is the armament on this bad boy? It's been a while since I've sat in the. We've got 4 20 millimeter A&M3 cannons, 760 rounds, so that could go pretty quickly. What kind of rounds? Default rounds, you need rounds, ground assault rounds. What's the pen? The pen isn't too fantastic, so while it is ground assault, I wouldn't be expecting to kill too many beefy tanks. And then the stealth rounds. There's just no substitute for the Mark 103 30s, or not MK 103 30s. I always say Mark because, you know, everything's British, right? Now let's take this thing for a little flight, a nice little test flight. And then we can do X-ray mode to see if there's any like funny, what would you call it? Hold on a second. There we go. All right. Okay. Let's check the cockpit. Cockpit looks nice. Just grab my joystick. With 1,000 people watching me grab my joystick. Nothing to see here, guys. No WEP, but then again, it's not spaded. Boot. But I don't think that matters. Definitely not a jet jockey. I'm here. Let's take this bad boy off. It looks freaking gorgeous. Look at this thing. What a cool looking jet, man. I want to see someone do like a stealth skin. Because if you look at it, that thing could totally look really cool, like almost F-22-esque. So now we're going to strafe the command bridge here with the cannons. Sounds pretty nice. Nothing too fast or quick at this point. You don't empty your ammo too fast either, so that's always good. Especially as a jet jockey. So now, moving onwards, let's see, what do we got? So I think that's it for the Americans. We're gonna hop over to the Germans now. And ladies and gentlemen, for a small price of 1,840 Golden Eagles, the BaronVonGamez 238. Oh my gosh. We're just, you know what, we gotta preview it, obviously. Preview. Look at this thing. Oh, we got into a port. Oh my god, look at this thing. This is glorious. Thank you, guys, Eagles. Thank you. Where are the buoys? Are they not modeled in? That could definitely be a case. Because those things, is that the way it's supposed to be? Like they're acting as rudders or something? I don't believe that. I believe there'd be floats. Look at these turrets. If we can slowly scroll in here. Those would be what, the 13s? 13mm MGs, and there's two turret, there's 3, 4, one in the tail, 2 on either wing, and 1 in the nose. Then you've got the dorsal mounted twin 20s. If you look at this, the defensive armament, it's pretty impressive. Yeah, 2 MG 151 20mm, and then you've got 2 of those, and then you've got 16 total 13mm MGs. Let's go ahead and show the armor on this thing. Look at that! We've got 1 steel 5mm plate. I was hoping to see a little bit more about the turrets. Now let's take it for a test flight. This is truly one of the vehicles I'm looking forward to the most. The Deutsch. Sprechen Sie Deutsch, Mutterficker? Because we do. With the BaronVonGamez. Oh, what? Guys, we have a new test area to fly over. How beautiful is this? No cockpit. You always got to test that. I mean, why not? We've got some American-looking Liberty ships. Are those American-looking Liberty ships? All right, we don't have a bombing reticle. We don't have any bombs. Maybe you have to upgrade that? All right, but I know what we do want to see. Hold on. We're gonna. This thing doesn't turn too terribly. Oh, levels out, not too good. And then we're gonna see if we can't fire some heavy machine guns and cannons on these guys. All right, so blind spots are pretty intense. Oh, listen to that! We couldn't hit any of the ships. Oh shit! Those are the 20s. Let's fire the 20s. And then you've got the nose gun. So the 20 can only fire... The 20 basically protects you from above. There's going to be a lot of blind spots for this thing, but yeah, I'm going to get it. Yeah, I'm going to play it. Yeah, I'm going to do custom battles in it. This thing's just... It's a piece of art. It's a piece of history, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I would love to see if this thing... This thing should be able to carry torpedoes. Am I wrong? I don't think they're planning on it. They did say it would have a 5,000 kilogram payload. So I'm totally okay with that. But you know, if you're ever out of munitions, there's always other ways to blow stuff up. Oh, I'm really excited for that. I know everyone's like, oh, the Vulcan and the Gepard and the Shilka, and I'm like, but the BV-238 though. All right, let's check the mods to see what we have available. So right now, we can carry 2,250. Vehicle is not purchased. Oh yeah, you want me to buy it, don't you, mate? But let's see. So you've only got, what's that? 5,000 kilos and 250 kilo bombs. So that's pretty sweet. 1,800. Oh my God, we just got. Where'd the Golden Eagles come from, Baron? Where do you get your Golden Eagles? We're gonna buy it. We're gonna buy it. I know. It's mine. It's my precious. Now we should be able to customize this little beast. Where you at, my friend? Choose a crew. We're gonna put it on the HE-51 Hydro on top of that. See, it's like, that's his little grandson, the little hydroplane. And now, he's like, when you grow up, you can be like me. the coolest looking plane in War Thunder. We're gonna test fly this now, and we're gonna get a feel for the bomb load. Then we're gonna move onwards. We've got a lot of German tanks to cover. We've got 4 vehicles, including a crazy flak truck with an 88mm on top. We've got the Gepard. There's some kind of new Raketen Jagdpanzer, which I haven't gotten any information on. But so imagine this thing. Imagine you're in a transport ship, you know, and you see this thing coming overhead. You're gonna have a bad time, I'll tell you that, Jimmy. Jimmy, you're gonna die, Jimmy. So, you know what? Accuracy's good, but when you got this many bombs, oh, actually, we should probably save a few. And then just, you know what? Just, sup? Oh, did you hear that? The little tink? What was that tink? I don't know what it was, but I love it. I love that sound. I don't know. Let's see what happens if we belly land in the hills. Let's just drop like, what is this, 90-something tons, I think? So naturally, this is gonna work well. You know, physics says that this is gonna go without a hitch, and that these houses are really gonna be happy that these poor little families moved here. Your flying speed is too slow. Well, we're gonna aim for a low. This thing's hard to steer. Surprise, right? What's up? Oh, we missed, and we belly landed totally fine. What's up, guys? How you doing? Where are the Jägerschnitzels? Hello. All right, now this is just gratuitous violence, and there's no one there. Where is everybody? Let's see what we got. So now we're gonna switch over to the army tab. There was some crazy little vehicle. I want to find it. I don't know what country it was. I saw it on the live.war thunder. All right, so we've got this thing. We're gonna go ahead and Golden Eagles. The Baron, when are you going to Golden Eagles? And this thing's gonna be nuts. This thing's gonna be nuts. No, not you, not yet, Leopard. So first, let's take a look at this without the armor. This is a half-track with an 88mm on it. So one of the things was it's supposed to be flak, right? But I think it doesn't have any airburst rounds, and I don't think there's no airburst round as far as I'm aware. That's like a big ground-based gun. But there are aircraft that use cannon rounds, and certain rockets explode at certain distance. So you think that there's already the technology within the game. So I think for one that we should get it. Battle rating 3.7. Hold on. Hold the phone. Battle rating 3.7. The Tiger does not come in till 5.7. Dicker Max is 4.3. Yeah, so that's pretty much like the biggest frickin' gun. We got the German 75s, and this is a 105. The Sturmhaubitze. But German 75s are pretty damn good. But this thing, battle rating 3.7 for this thing. But I mean, like, you don't have much survivability. Check out this armor. Ooh, but what about that 10mm plate in the front? That's some nice reflective abilities for machine gun fire. Anything else, though, is going to rip this thing to pieces. But so very, very cool, very class cannon-esque. I'm pretty excited for it. You can see we're on the dev server for 1.63 Desert Hunters. This thing's pretty sweet. So obviously, let's go ahead and take it for a test drive. We're gonna do on RB battles. I want to see if there's like, when facing forwards, it seems that you won't have much gun depression, but I think it'll be adequate for firing forward, especially at like distance, like, you know, half a kilometer out, you should be fine. Whoa. All right, so let's get a feel for how we can't depress the gun any more than that right there. Look at this thing. This almost looks like a vehicle from Mad Max. This is like the Death Star of Mad Max. So it's an 88. Fire and forget, ladies and gentlemen. This thing's gonna wreck house if you don't fire low. So one of the things is, if you guys got a good suggestion on it, like a FPS style mouse, I'm all ears, because I use this. I use a $15 mouse, and it's a piece of shit, and it's so hypersensitive. I need to change my sensitivity settings. I've needed to for like years, but it's just like, you know, laziness, and like you can get away with it. So this thing is glorious, but there's no airburst round. This thing's pretty fun. Gotta love it. KV2. See, this is why I don't snipe, because I'm not good at it. I'm not a good sniper. I'm not a good sniper. 3.7, my favorite battle rating in War Thunder. I think it's the best balanced of the BRs for me personally. Look at this little ladder. It's cute. So yeah, not much defense. Oh, I didn't take a look at the crew. I know there's got to be at least 2 guys back there. So now we're gonna be moving on. I know we've got the. Oh, here it is. So we've got the Racket and Jagdpanzer 2. And then this thing. Oh, is this a totally different missile system? Hold on. It's called HOT. Oh my god, 8,445. We're gonna purchase it. We're gonna blow them golden eagles. This is like why the bourgeoisie. This is why the Russian Revolution happened. There were people in Russia, like when it was still a monarchy, and they had all the golden eagles. And some people were like, "That's bullshit, dude. I want golden eagles." So they had a revolution, and then communism came out of it. That's a historical fact, guys. Definitely look it up in the internet, but like I'd have to make a bullshit Wikipedia article before, you know, so don't look it up yet. I'll tell you what. But that's basically what caused the Russian Revolution. Okay, so we got this one missile. Now, what's the... Oh, no, it doesn't traverse. Okay. We got a machine gun, don't worry, guys. Okay, let's see how this thing goes. Oh, yeah. Oh, the fins are gonna come out. Oh, man. I was expecting... Oh, we got a reload animation. I was expecting like you to see the missile and the fins come out, but on the IT-1 it looks really cool. That's a really cool animation. That's very similar to the IT-1. But I really like the Racket and Jagdpanzer. I think it's undervalued. But I mean, missiles are... Sup, dude? Alright, we're on target. We're gonna reload, do the reload animation. We're gonna fire again at the T-95, the Doom Turtle. I wonder what the penetration is on this. I didn't look it up. Interesting. Okay. So, actually, no, not yet. Resume. Let's see. Ground unit destroyed. It blew up. That's good. Let's see how fast this thing moves. At stock. And can you fire while on the go? Of course you can, but how accurately? Oh, even with it bouncing up and down, the missile can't like change that much as fast as the aiming indicator does. So you could. The Germans are going to be really good at firing on the move with the Leopard in this thing. Aim the gun. Let's see if we can't hit the KV or the T-44. Oh no, we wobbled and it went down. So firing on the move is going to be a little bit of an issue. This thing is pretty sweet though. It only has 1 missile, but I would imagine it's a much better missile. Let's take a look at the penetration and explosive power of this beast from the east. Modifications. It's hot. Ladies and gentlemen, 800 millimeters of penetration. 800. Now the explosive mass is 3 kilograms. Which is equivalent to 3.93 kilograms of TNT. Dynamite. TNT. This thing is a beast. So, really freaking good. Now, what else do we got? Not a whole lot else. There's no other options. It's just the amazing hot missile. Now, one thing... Okay, I wonder why they had it looking like that. Offensive armament. Because it doesn't have like this, like... That could be placeholder. Who knows? So then we've got the... Ooh, let's save the Flag Panzer Gepard. Now we're going to do the Leopard. See? Once again. We're going to cause a revolution of sorts. Oh, boy. Hey, buddy. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You know what? I did a little devlog on the Leopard, but let's take a quick look at it. Oh, actually, fuck that. We gotta drive this thing. It's got a stabilized gun. Now, I don't know if you have to upgrade that or if it's stock, but I guess we're about to find out. This could be huge. A stabilized gun. The armor, it definitely makes it look beefier and stronger, which is good. This is a really good looking tank. Alright, so... Aiming reticle, there's still a little bit of wobble here. How's the reload? We're gonna run in anything. Not too fast, not speed it out. It's the dev server. I take everything with a grain of salt and a bushel of potatoes when I play the dev server. I'm led to believe that I think I need to look in the modifications. Ooh, a near miss on the T-34. You gotta be really good at trigonometry and have a stabilized gun. There we go, right in the engine. Okay, so now we're gonna take a look at the armor, and then we're gonna get to the Gepard, baby. What is it? Oh, it's just such a beast. That's a nice tank. So we've got all this outside plating, which is like 10 to 20 millimeters of thickness. Lots of little extra plates, including tracks. Now the armor on the tank itself, nothing to write home about. And for this BR, it's like, I remember reading the devlog and they're like, oh yeah, we got all this armor on it. And like, that's what it had historically, but it's like, I'm thinking, it's not gonna make too much of a difference. So now we gotta check the modifications. Now do I have to upgrade the elevation mechanism in the horizontal drive? Or is there something I'm missing here? I want to see, because like it's supposed to have, maybe it's just a little bit better stabilized, but I was expecting like really good. And look at that, we've got the Hesh rounds. Now, elevation mechanism, we're just gonna do that and see what the difference is. We're not gonna upgrade the engine, we don't need to. I'm gonna test drive it again. Now, once again, it's something that may not be on the dev server and they might do later. I don't know. I don't make the game. I play it though. I will play it. Alright, stabilize my gun. Still wobbling. Oh, that was the worst time to fire. Okay, maybe it's just not what I expected, or maybe it's not in, or maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about, which is definitely likely. But that's okay. We're moving on. The BV-238. Oh, look at it in its cute little hanger. It's so gorgeous. Now let's go back to the Flak Panzer Gepard. Hola. All right, taking a look at the armor. Ooh, 30 millimeters of thickness. And it's got a uni-titty radar on the front. And then this thing. Please don't smoke around it or do anything. Look at these frickin' guns. Holy crap. 35 millimeter Orlikons. We'll take a look at the mods real quick. Oh yeah, we definitely want to check out the ammunition. Oh, we should have done that on the Leopard. But I mean, you're probably pretty familiar with that weapon system. Alright, so you've got the default rounds. The API's got what? Around 60 millimeters of penetration at 500 meters, more or less. Alright, now these are okay as well. There we go, that's decent penetration, but nothing like insane. Now let's take a look at the fire rate of this thing. This is going to be thoroughly enjoyable to try this thing out. Yeah, we definitely need flak rounds on the German 88. I think that would be perfect because that would make for some amazing top plays. Okay, so now turret traverse is really quick. Gun elevation, so this thing's gonna be able to track stuff. Oh my god, it's like playing a frickin'... I was about to say it's playing a video game, but we're playing a video game. But like, you know what I mean, you know what I mean? Oh shit! Oh my god. Hold on. Hold the phone. Everybody's gotta die. Oh, yes. I'm gonna have so much fun in planes versus tanks. Oh, wait a minute. We might be out of ammunition soon. It's like you just look at something and fire and it's like, oh, you got 5 hits. Is that good? But how do we run out of ammo real fast? Like the Falcon? I mean, I could just listen to this thing firing for days. There's a plane in the air, guys. It's a jet. It's a Tu-4. It's dead. And we're out of ammunition. So let's go back to the capture point and try to reload on ammunition. Oh my god, like look at just how fast the turret traverses, the guns move up and down. This thing is going to end planes' lives. And it's 35 millimeters. So it's one of the fastest firing, like, heavy rounds for an SPAA. Like, there's a lot of big rounds out there, but none fire with that rate of fire. The trade is, obviously, the armor in the... that's not too much ammunition. Like, it's... If I'm playing a custom battle and you guys are all coming at me in swordfishes and, like, you know, flying boats, I'll be out of ammo relatively shortly. Okay, so we saw the Gepard. We've seen all of the Germans. Now let's move on to Mother Russia. Oh, this thing, the most hated plane in War Thunder. The trolliest of the trolls. This thing is funny, guys. You gotta see this. I don't think too many people are aware of what you're about to see, but you thought the 4M Gaz was cute but useless? This thing's a little more useful. Why are there jets there? That's the SPA slot. Oh, what the shit is this? Oh, that's the Shilka. Duh. Yeah, you guys want to see that. I know you do. Look at this! It's got a 12.7 millimeter machine gun on it, and that is it. Simplicity is beautiful in and of itself. Wait a minute, what's the BR? I gotta see this. 1.0 BR. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. So now it's like, what? The 4M God should be like 0 battle rating because there's nothing to do with it. There's like literally nothing to do with it. I think they're just like, you know what? Our SPA gets ridiculous, especially these three. And this one's actually pretty good at killing tanks too. Why don't we have like, why don't we make you struggle a bit first, you know? Alright, so let's see the Dushke. Let's go for test drive. Comrades, Tovarish. This is the terror. This is like a terrorist truck. This is like a technical. Just look at this dude. Hello. What up, bitches? How do you do? Shake me blue. Get it. We can. Woohoo! It's good enough to kill a Panzer II from the flank. You know what? I'm gonna have a lot of fun in this thing. I want you guys to be thinking of like funny custom battles that we could do with these, and I want everybody to get them. Okay, how long's the reload? You've got what, 19 or 20 belts of only 50 rounds? Really? This thing should. I guess it is a 12.7. It'd be funny if they had one of these trucks with that Russian. Ooh. Are we penning that thing from here? Dude, I love this thing. I don't know what it is. This sounds like this is gonna be fun. I look forward to like making secret mission videos where I try to like get kills with this thing. Like, it sounds awesome. It's like a heavy frickin' machine gun. Oh, look at that. We can pen, so you can kill tanks from the side. I mean, that should be expected. Let's see the penetration on it. Terrorist truck. The Russian terrorist truck. Armed only with machine gun. We'll take a look at the mods. What? Okay, universal rounds 26. 26. Yeah. Best pen is about 26. Now, you can get artillery too, so that's always good for something. What's the crew? Only 3 members. So if you kill these 2 guys, if like you see this thing, just shoot at the cabin and you're good. He's dead. He's already dead. All right. Moving onwards from the terrorist truck. Let's see. I thought there was a premium vehicle for the Russians. Yeah, there's the KV-122, right? Where's that thing? KV-122. 4,880. We're going to preview this thing. Yeah, it's a KV chassis with a 122 millimeter, almost like an IS-2 turret. Similar-esque. Look at the armor. 75 millimeters. 100 millimeters rounded. 100 millimeters on the sides and rear of the turret. That's not too bad. What's the battle rating? 6.0. X-ray. Everybody's cramped up in that Russian turret. Ammunition's at the back. Oh, you know what? I wonder if that machine gun works. There's a little machine gun. Let's see. It only says we've got 1 machine gun, so I would imagine it's the coaxial mounted one that's right here. So 3 guys in the turret, 1 guy below. Ammunition everywhere, more or less. And these gas tanks, which are... I don't know what it is about the Russian gas tanks. They're just like extra armor. salty. So we could take it out for a test drive. Okay, 4,880. What are the rounds? Hold on, let's look at the rounds. We've got the APHE, and we've got the God round, the APHE BC. Russian APHE BCs are almost like, it's like one of the best rounds for one-hit kills. Russia. Mother Russia. Test drive. I want to see how slow the reload is on this 122, because that's a cramped turret, and it's a big-ass gun. So those two things usually equate to... What? Oh, I was like, why are my indicators coming up? Bush. Damn, that's a long reload. Pretty typical, though, for Russian 122s. I'm not going to sit here and count it. Can I fire my machine gun backwards? Nope. But I can. There it is. There's the MG. Tat, 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 tat. Alright, return to the hangar. So that was the KV-122. It's premium, 4,880, I believe it was. Now, let's go back to the tech tree. See what we have. I believe now we're on... There's a BT-7 was like updated, I think. We don't need to look at that. It's a BT-7. The race car tank. I know what you guys are really wanting. Not the Shilka. You guys want to see the Po-2 fly like 8 kilometers in distance, don't you? I know you do. Like, it's very enjoyable. Alright, we'll put this guy in the SPAA spot. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the planes. Alright, are you guys ready? This is the Shilka. Let's take a look at the armor. 15 millimeters. Now, the one area where people will rage about is if they've got some kind of ammunition that's just like amazing penetration. So that's kind of... But this thing is just like... It could keep out very light machine guns, and that's about it. Alright. X-ray, where's all the crew? We've got 3 guys in a rather large turret. 1 guy driving the damn thing. We got this cute little radar. Let's take a look at the modifications. Nope. Doesn't have amazing penetration. So, that is definitely good. Now, for the fun part. Now that we know people ain't gonna be mad about it, we're gonna see if this thing's as good as the Gepard for shooting down planes. Now, it's got these... Oh, this is like instantaneous. I want someone to do a test and see if the Gepard's as fast. I think it's pretty close. Alright, you guys ready? Hold on to your butts. And if you need to, go ahead and pause the video and change your pants. These are 23s, guys. 23 millimeters. Dead. Oh my god, there's a lot of, like, spread. Dead. Guys, I think I know what I'm going to be using in the SPAA versus planes custom battles. I can't wait for them now. I'm like... Is that guy already dead? Oh, we hit him. Can't see him. Let's shoot down all these trees. We got 2,000 rounds of ammunition. Where'd you go, Jim? I mean, Hans? There you are. Can we, like, catch his engine on fire? I think we stalled him. You see how much spread that is? Like, just dirt kicks up. Now, that thing seemed pretty effective at distance at killing relatively lightly armored vehicles, and we just have sheer firepower. Oh my god, guys. You're all in Panzer IIs. Actually, Panzer IIs would be pretty effective at killing this. This thing's only got 15 millimeters of armor. Custom battle ideas are just flooding my brain. Flooding my brain. My brain flood. I need water. I've been talking a while. Tell you what, man, we've been going for 40 minutes. Okay, now I believe we covered all the Russian ground vehicles, the ground forces. My favorite area, unless there's a giant flying boat named the BV-238, then I'm a big fan of planes as well. We've got the Su-6, and it's not a premium. Sitting at 5.3. Oh, it's after the IL-10, so this thing is beast. 237 millimeters, two 7.62 machine guns, And then you've got a rear gunner armed with a 12.7. What is your bomb load, my friend? What do you got? What's your arsenal? Well, I'm a Russian ground attacker, so I'm going to have bombs and rockets. You can carry 6 Fab 50s if you want to do nothing, or if you're a badass and can pinpoint place your bombs. 6 Fab 100s, 2 Fab 250s, or you can go with 6 50-kilo bombs and 10 RS-82 rockets, which are smaller warhead, and then you got the RO-132s. No, the RS-132s. Let's see. Mass 41 kilograms. Maximum speed 350 meters per second. If you get an amazing rocket kill, feel free to submit it to the top 5 plays. So that is, you know what, we could test fly it, right? Okay, I'll test fly. I just want to see it. I want to see if we have a cockpit. Krasny October. October. Is that October? Does that mean October? Oh shit, look at that! Hold on, stop freaking out, camera. Hello, Yuri. Hello, Ivan. This thing looks cool, and with these giant 37s, I'm wondering how fun this thing's gonna be. I wonder how fast the 37s fire. For this BR, I mean, they could be relatively modernized, right? This thing definitely needs to build up its speed. We're off the ground. I'm gonna be flying this thing. I love ground attack aircraft. Ground attack aircraft are my favorite style of play and my favorite aircraft after silly planes like flying boats and stuff like that. I like... Oh. Okay, so it's the pretty quick-firing Russian 37. Nothing new in terms of technology. Yo, you guys are on your computer in this apartment complex? Because you're gonna have a problem. Because I'm coming in to say hi. How you doing? You guys want to play a game? All right, let's see what else. Now I think we are ready to proceed. There's no TU4 squared where it's 2 of these strapped together, so you have 10 turrets. That's not in the game, so we don't have to worry. Now let's move on to the Great Britain, the greatest of all the Britons, the Britain of Brexit. Ooh, we got a Brigand B1 at battle rating 4.7, twin engine. It looks like, ooh, and it's after the Mossies and the Beaufighters. This was a very, I remember in the old arcade days. There's a new arcade map, by the way. Let's take a look. Let's go ahead and preview this bad boy. See how it looks. Sleek looking. These are like where Britain usually excels at, is like these kind of attackers. Now, what do you got? You've got 4 20mm Hispanos. I'd love to see like a 50 mil sitting right under here, you know, or get the QF-17. Okay, let's take a look at armor. We've got 64 millimeters and 12.7, blah blah blah. X-ray, just one dude. There's no Nigel, there's no navigator. We are gonna test fly it. We're gonna take a look at the modifications to see if you can upgrade your weaponry. Nope, new 20s. You can get an assortment of rockets and bombs, so I'd imagine this thing's just probably faster. Now, do we have any good ground attack rounds? Nah, nothing crazy in terms of penetration. So we'll test fly it. RB style. Classic. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and fly it. Oh, there's 2 guys back there. How come they weren't modeled in? What are you guys doing back there? Well, like, what is your job? Does anyone know their job? Oh, no cockpit? Come on, I wanted to say hi to Nigel and... Who's the other guy? What are you gonna call him? The gear takes a bit to get up. We know what Hispanos sound like, but... Pew 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 pow poo poo. Nothing crazy new there. Just another good old, hopefully solid German attacker. I mean, British attacker. They're attacking the Germans. The Germans are coming. All right. Let's see. We've got a Houston Mark V, which is a premium. We got a Hudson. I can't read my own writing. A Hudson Mark V at 1,000 Golden Eagles. Battle rating 2.7. This thing looks kind of cute. Let's see. You've got... Let's go ahead and we'll order it. Dev server Golden Eagles, bruh. Put it in place of the Sunday. And now, Mr. Hudson. How do you do? What is it about your charm? You got some swagger, my friend. This is a charming little aircraft. Very bulbous, very thick. Looks like it's got some rocket racks here, so that should make things interesting. Are you an attacker? Yeah, you're classified as a bomber, but you've got rocket racks. You carry RP-3 rockets at that. You can carry 8 rockets and 6 100s, or you can go for the bigger bomb load and have 4 250s and 6 100s. I personally would go for these RP-3s because rocket attacks, like especially in a RB tank battle, you're not as likely to blow yourself up. Facts are facts, guys. Facts are facts. So it's very cute. What is the defensive armament? We've got, what, 2 7.7s? You would, Britain. You would. Let's put BB guns back there, mate. Pew, pew, pew. And then we've got, what is that? Yeah, everything's 7.7s. So there's one 7.7 right here, and then the twins right there, and then we've got some in the nose that are forward firing, so you can fire them yourself. So rocket racks is kind of a hybrid bomber attacker thing. Should be interesting. Now, what else do we got? I think there was some updates to one of the Spitfires in terms of its model, but like nothing new. But the Brigand, and where is it at? Where are you at, little kitty? Where'd you go? Oh, I bought it. The Hudson. Okay, now we're moving on to the tanks. We've got the Swing Fire. I think that's like the biggest one. We've got 3 vehicles. We've got a premium. Oh, hold the phone. We've got a new battleship. A land battleship. This thing is freaking crazy looking. We gotta see it. It's called an Independent. An A1E1 Independent, good sir. You know what, without giving you... We're just gonna test drive it. Without you be able to see what it looks like. But it's crazy. What was the BR? Was it 1.3? Because that's perfect. Look at this cute little thing! Now, look at that, like... Hello, we are still thinking World War I is going to happen again. We're going to build crazy trench. Oh my, the amount of oh, it's got pickers. Can we pen it though? Cat tat 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 tat. Oh wow, did you see that arc? That shell drops, boys. That shell drops for days. And it doesn't have much explosive filler. Because, you know, well, why don't you try shooting the guy in the back? Well, we'd have to hit him instead of miss. He burned up. That guy was getting barbecued. So you've got 4 machine guns. This thing would be really cool in Men of War Assault Squad too. Man, I wish I knew a guy who could, like, mod stuff. Ha! Look forward to this in hopefully a month or so on Men of War Mondays. I want to make some really epic, like, steampunk mod. That would be fun. That's a conversation for another day in another video, ladies and gentlemen. We're moving on. We're moving onwards and upwards. My mouse is so sensitive. Guys, I still need that new mouse technology. Look at, like, what is this thing on the back? It's like a bakery in there. This thing. The little nozzle. It's like a vent. It's like, hello, we have a tea kettle in here maybe or something. Alright, we're going to return to the hangar. We're going to check out the battle rating, the weapon systems, the crew, all of that good stuff. What do we got? Where are you? Independent. Really cute. Yeah, this is the thing I was talking about. Like, this is what, like, oh, do you have a bakery inside? Let's take a look. You got 3 dudes in the turret. 3 dudes in the front, because, oh yeah, because of those turrets. Yeah, so there's 4 little guys, so it's almost like an LVT A1 in terms of crew size. In a Neubau Fahrzeug and a T-35 where you got to kill all the crew and it takes a while. This thing's going to be able to soak up. Battle rating 1.3, so it's good that the British got in on that battle rating 1.3 land battleship action. Armor-wise, 28 millimeters. 28 millimeters. This is so British. It's beautiful. I love this thing. I will play the crap out of it. I love silly shit. And this is most definitely silly shit. Okay, we've only got one 47 millimeter shell. It's an APHE. 47 millimeters. You do your thing, Britain. You do your thing. Okay, moving onwards, because I know we've got some pretty cool things. We've got fighting vehicle 4202. This thing looks like a beast. We're gonna go ahead and grab it. We're gonna use the things that caused the Russian Revolution. Okay, purchase. Yes, please. We'll put them in right there. Right fucking there. Oh, a Swingfire might as well boost your research right now and order you, because we're going to be previewing you in a moment. Put you in on top of the Thunderbolt, which I played earlier today. Don't need to buy the Brigand. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, FV 4202. What do you got? You've got an 84mm 20 pounder. Once again, Britain's like, we do our own thing. 51mm, 74 on the bottom. Interesting. What's up with that? Don't shoot the lower glacis ever, unless he's on a bridge that you can see through or something. I don't know. And 240mm of thickness right here. Really interesting. 200mm on the belt. Then it's armor style, man. Very unique. Britain really is just like, fuck it, we're doing our own thing, mate. It's fantastic and crazy. I never really know what's going on. And that's the beauty and the charm of it, other than their amazing accents. I think we can all agree on that. This is one of the first MBTs. Look at it. Hello. Good day to you, sir. Baron, are you going to use a hypersensitive mouse and miss your shots again, old chap? Look, that's so hard. It takes so much concentration. Reload is not too bad. Ground unit destroyed, so we have knocked down a Panzer II. Please call Squire for tea and medals. Pew! Well, that's cute, but I really want to play the Swingfire. Let's see what we got. So, battle rating 6.0, though. That's pretty interesting. That's a really good tank. Centurion 6.3. Chieftain 8.0, but you got an 84mm 6.0. I like it. And there's the tortoise. There's a fatting tortoise. What do we got? Okay, so we saw that already. We saw the planes. Let's see the Swingfire. And before we even look at it, we're just going to test drive it. That's the way you do it with the big bad boys. No teases. You jump right in and show it off. Alright, what do we got? No way. Guess we gotta aim straight. What's going on? Huh? I'm doing something wrong. What do we do? What do we do? Swingfire! I pressed left click and nothing fired. Maybe I have to press R or something like that. Let's take a look at the modifications. Parts. Swingfire missile, ATGM, 500mm of penetration, not as crazy as the new 800mm that the hot Raketen Jagdpanzer has. And a 7.62mm MG. We're not taking it into ARB battles, I'll tell you that. Okay. Yeah. I think we just have to press rocket, not left click. Pretty straightforward, pretty standard stuff. If you want to make things convoluted for the Germans. Da 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 da. Okay, now I press left click and it works. Wow! Hell yeah! I think we just need to reload them. Please proceed to give me rockets. They're not rockets, they're missiles, sir. Yeah, I pressed left click. I'm not sure what that was all about. And they didn't work. What's up, Panther? Oh, I thought that tracks were like, no, we blocked it with tracks. Wish you could track the missiles. Did we hit a tree? That's awesome. Okay, so what I do like is they can reload independently. So if you fire one, you're going to be able to reload to full capacity in a relatively short amount of time. Ooh, it drops low. Boom! Hello, mouse. How are you today? You're not gonna have a very good day, are you? Are you serious? Can we reload? Are they just... What's up with this? Now we've got this thing again. Oh, shit! Is it... Oh, hello! Yeah, they're wire guided. Ha ha! Alright, hold on. Fire! Dude. That was pretty sweet. You could get pretty good at that. I haven't messed around with missiles too much, honestly. Especially the IT-1. It's like one of those vehicles that's like, I feel dirty if I play it. Alright, so we are slowly getting closer. So now that we've covered the British, we can go to the Japanese, who have, I believe it's 3 or 4 new aircraft. So this is the H8K3. It's beautiful, but you've lost your place as prettiest flying boat. We've got the Blohmen Voss 238, and hopefully we're going to get a Blohmen Voss 222. So what do we got? We got a J1N1 Model 11. What does this thing have? Let's take a look at the preview. All right, another cool. What the shit is that? What is that? Is this one of those things like we fly in front of the bombers and then we shoot at it at an angle? Hold on. 2 20mm cannons. What? Hold on. What is going on here? What's going on here? Offensive 7.7s turrets and offensive 20s. I think. Are these 20s? What the shit is happening? What is going on here? New 20s? This is fascinating stuff. I'm really hoping this is a new weapon system and not a tease. Test drive time. Okay. Look at like all this. What are these? What are these? Oh my god, talk about murder the bombers from. Alright, we gotta take off. We're gonna reload. It's gonna be funny. We do have a cockpit. Okay, good. We stalled the reload. I don't really care. I just wanna... Okay, we do have cannons in the front, so there's something wrong with the stat card then. Because not everything's 20 mils. I don't think we have any stats for these rear-facing cannons. And they don't have any ammunition attributed to them because they're gunners. So that's good. Alright, level out. Yeah, this is definitely aimed at shooting down gunners, I'm pretty sure, from distance. The Japanese, needless to say, were getting hammered by the Allied bombing campaign. America! So they had to get really creative with how they were going to kill, like, the flying fortresses of the Americans. So that thing's pretty sweet. This thing should be a lot of fun to mess around with, because that... It looks like 420s. Blaze! Because then you've got, what? 120 up front, and then those would be the two 7.7s then? I guess. Yeah, so there's no stat for that, unless I'm wrong. Turret, it says they're 7.7s. But there's no way. Are they 7.7s? Shit, could be. They didn't sound like it to me, though. Yep, those are 7.7s. Womp, womp, womp. So, moving onwards, we've got the Key 87 Premium. Where are you, friend? I'm down here, Baron, at battle radius 6.0. 2 20s and 2 30s. Now, I want to see the penetration abilities of these 30s. Ground targets still are not ground targets. There's no MK-103s anywhere else. And then we've got another Key 87 that's non-premium. We got this P1Y1, dive bomber and torpedo bomber, a 20mm, A Key 61, Key 61. I see. This is like how much I've flown my Japanese. I don't do it. I don't even know the Key 200. Pfft. Well, Japan. I like. Yeah, I guess Battle Rating 2.0. It should not be expected that I have 420s on the back, but they just sounded weird. But that just goes to show you my familiarity with Japanese planes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're over an hour now. That was Dev Server 1.63, the first iteration of the Dev Server. We learned a lot of things. We learned about a lot of cool vehicles, including this little bad boy. Where are you at? Not you, Scorpion. Jeez, always looking to steal the show. We're looking for this. I love this. We're just gonna close out on my two favorite vehicles. The Vulcan, and then we've got the Blom und Was BV238. This thing's just a giant of the skies. So, ladies and gentlemen, patch 1.63 on the Dev Server. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you'd like to see next, which vehicles you'd like to see gameplay of, and I'll see you guys.